What's good, everybody? Hope y'all been doing well. So in this video, I'm going to be sampling an iOS ringtone that I was kind of going through when I was trying to find a new ringtone. I thought it sounded pretty good, so I wanted to sample it into a beat. Off rip, I'm already starting to think it's kind of like a Gunna vibe. I think that's enough said, so let's just jump into the cookup. All right, so we're going to start here with this ringtone. I'm going to go to Cobalt and I'm going to go copy this real quick. Go here, hit paste and download, and the audio will download itself. I'm gonna assume this is royalty free. If I get copyright struck for this, I guess it is what it is, I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna drag and drop this into the playlist here. And first thing I wanna do is go here, hold Alt and click on it, and then just cut off this first part. Off rip, it looks like it's almost on time. It's probably like 122, 120 beats per minute. It's closer to 123, 124, something like that. So I'm gonna go to 124. I'm just gonna time stretch this down to the 8th measure and then play it one more time with the metronome. And I think that should be good. All right, I think that's pretty on time. It might be a little bit off here or there. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. And I actually wanna route it to a mixer track, and I'm gonna put some RC20 on it. I'm gonna go to vinyl 3 and then just kind of play around with the detune and the space. So that gives it a little bit more of that tape vinyl type of texture. And then now I'm gonna go to the sound shifter and just play around with this a little bit and just find the key that I like the most. I'm liking +3 and -3. I think I'm gonna go +3. I think it just fits a little bit better. And then now I'm gonna go add an EQ and cut out some of those harsher frequencies. Alright, I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna keep that where it's at. I'm gonna go back to the playlist, select the first 12 measures, go to the mixer here, arm it, Alt R, go to song selection, hit start, and that's gonna render it out as an audio clip. This just makes it easier to manipulate going forward, but it's not absolutely necessary. Then I'm gonna double click on this again, make it stretch. I think I'll add like a bell counter melody to this and maybe a bass. Then after that, I'll move on to the drums. I'm gonna turn the boost up on this a little bit so it's a little more audible with the sample. And what I'm gonna do is select both of these, go back to the mixer track, and route them both to their own tracks. So I guess the last thing I'll do is I'll throw on a pad. That'll probably be it for the sample. This is some sauce for one-shots. If you have something that's not like a bass or you don't want it to cut off directly, if you want it to still have some natural sustain and release to it, what you do is you go to the envelope, you turn everything all the way down, you turn the sustain all the way up, and you just adjust this release knob accordingly. So the more you turn it to the right, that just means that the sound's just gonna go on for longer after the note cuts off. And it works the other way around too. So if you turn it to the left or you make it closer to the initial, it's gonna cut off faster. So this just helps give your one-shots a little bit more of a natural feel rather than it just cuts off or it just completely bleeds out. I might want to change the pitch one more time, so I'm going to go to the master track and put on the sound shifter and just keep adjusting it till I get something that I like. And I actually want to do one more thing to the master. I'm going to open up some effect rack and I'm going to start by putting down some micro shift and turning this mix down a little bit. So it gives it a little bit more of that like chorus, airy type of vibe. So now what I'm gonna do is go up to pattern 1, go to split by channel, arrange this sample real quick. So I'm gonna go to the master track, arm it, then hit Alt R, song selection, and then hit start. I'm gonna go up to the top here where it says arrangement, click add one, and then just put down drums. And I'm gonna take this audio clip of the rendered loop, cut it, and paste it into here. And I'm gonna go back to the master and disable these because I don't want those to apply to the drums. We already rendered out the loop using those settings, so we don't need to do it again. I'm actually gonna stagger these velocities. So I'm gonna go here, fill each 4 steps, Control C, Control V, put it in the middle, and then use the Alt and scroll button. Just stagger it a little bit. Adds a little bit of bounce to it. This is cool and all, but I feel like this could be a lot better if I add like a texture, like birds chirping or something. Go here, create automation clip for the delay, and slope it in. Perfect.
Roll up, Tess.